Hello everyone, look who remembered their YouTube password. This is the obligatory, I know it's been a while since I last posted, and I'm sorry, I had plans to do so, and then life got a little bit in the way. But I'm back, I'm here. I know some of you are probably thinking, OMG, Emma Blackery thought she was dead, LOL. And if you get that reference, let me know down below, because we're friends. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I asked you guys on my social media to leave me some questions and comments, whatever you wanted to say, with the promise that it's completely anonymous so that I could respond to them while doing my makeup, because it feels like a nice personal video, you know? It's been a while since we had a little sit down and a chat, I know. So we're gonna get into it. Just one little thing before we do. My brand new single, Drop Dead Disco, came out last Friday, and I absolutely love it. I always think it'd be weird if I release something when it sucks, to be honest. Like, I don't like it. I'm not proud of it. But if you're a fan of my more like pop-oriented music, you know, you like pop, new disco, dance kind of music, then I really think you'll like it. The lyric video was posted last week as well. I made it all by myself, and that's something that I'm mega proud of as well. I spent fucking hours on it. I'll leave a link to that and where you can stream the song down below. If you could just take 3 minutes of your day, just a little click, just one click down there, and just give it a spin, you might love it. Or you know what, you might not enjoy it, it might not be your thing, but all of your love and support, all of your streams, all of your views on my music helps me carry on living my dream every single day, which is just being able to make music for a living. And if you have listened to it and you like it, thank you so much for all your support, all of your comments. They've been really, really lovely to read. I guess we're about to find out if everyone likes it, right? Because without further ado, I ask you guys to leave your comments or your questions, whether they're nice or mean, good, bad, or ugly, on this site called NGL. And the thing about it is all anonymous. And as you can see, I have not opened any of these messages. So you know I'm not gonna be cherry picking. So let us begin. Have you been nice? Have you been mean? I guess we're about to find out. So for starters, all I have on my face are 2 creams. I have my regular moisturiser, it's just from Superdrug. It's a peptide moisturiser. It's really watery, really thin, which are the only kind of moisturiser I can use. Anything thicker and my face just breaks out. And this cream is my lifesaver because I think I've mentioned it before, but I've been dealing with facial psoriasis since about 2019. So if you can see that my eyes look a little bit dark and red, there's a little bit here. It's usually here and all around my eyes. I don't wear makeup all that often anymore because sometimes it can really hurt and sting. And that is genuinely another reason that I don't really make as much content anymore. It's not very nice. It can make you feel a bit self-conscious and it fucking hurts. I've tried every cream on the fucking market, seriously. And this is the only one that works for me. This is from Boots. This is not a spon. I'm really just trying to help people. This is from Boots. It's their own Dermacare Psoriasis cream. It's about £15 a tube, but I can attest to the fact that I love it because this is like my 3rd or 4th tube since finding out about it. And this is my last one, completely used. So if you have psoriasis, use this. It's got no steroids in it. It's not like hydrocortisone or anything like that. It's the only thing that's pretty much saved my face. So anyway, enough about that. We're gonna pick the first question. I've got so many to choose from. Let's go. I'm nervous. The first question that I got was fave strip lashes. Need recommendations, queen? I will link the ones that I use down below, but they're very basic, to be honest. I think they came in like a pack of 20 and they're just really regular thin ones. The next question is, would you say there'll be more than one single before the October shows? So I'm gonna start putting on my foundation. And yes, I don't even own a makeup bag anymore. I really don't. I don't know where it's gone. I used to, but now I just use like a lunch bag. Oh, I never said I was classy, okay? So as I said before, my single Drop Dead Disco came out last Friday, and I will definitely be playing Drop Dead Disco in October. I'm doing 4 shows in October. If you didn't know about them already, I'm playing in London. Where the fuck did the sun go? All right. I'm playing in London, Manchester, Glasgow, and Newport in October on my past and present tour. I'm from Essex. My past and present tour, but I'm gonna be playing songs from Distance, Perfect, Sucks to Be You, Magnetized, Villains, My Arms Are Open, Gun in a Box, my latest EP, Cannot Help Myself, and I'm gonna be playing my new single, Drop Dead Disco. But there is more music in the works that will be released before the October shows. And it would be very weird if I made more music and didn't play it live, right? I'm hoping for at least 2 more songs before the October shows. That's my goal. I also forgot to put on any makeup while answering this, and I forgot that I wear primer first. The next question is, what's your most favorite song you've written to date, released or unreleased? This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer. This stuff is pricey. I've had this for a very, very long time. Honestly, if you're gonna spend a ton of money on some part of your makeup routine, invest in this. The Armani foundation is really good as well, but the primer is like second to none. It's just the best one out there. It really does work so well for the skin. And with my skin, It's very, very necessary. As for my favorite song, obviously, you know, when I release a new single, it is my favorite song. For a very, very long time. As I said earlier, I think it'd be weird if musicians were like, you know, here's my new song. It's not like the best thing I've ever done, but you know, it's all right. You know, you should have like a sort of like sense of pride in everything that you release, right? So Drop Dead Disco is definitely one of my favorite songs I've ever released. Like, it's, at the moment, it's like the one that I cannot get it out of my own head. But if you want to know besides my new single, then Burn the Witch is always a classic. I adore Burn the Witch. I wish I'd released it as a single during the Villains era. Maybe I'll have a Cruel Summer treatment, you know, maybe I'll do something for it if it pops off at some point. I love Everybody Lies and Fake My Death from my latest EP, Cannot Help Myself. They're two songs I just think they're fucking great. Especially Fake My Death. If you listen to that, that's a more like Jimmy Eat World inspired like guitar-based song, and I played some of the guitar on it, including the guitar solo. There's a solo on it, and I did that. And I'm not much of a guitarist, so I was very, very proud of that. All right, next question. I've been following you since around 2015. How was that almost 10 years ago? What the fuck? And it's been so wonderful to follow your journey and see you grow and flourish as an artist and a musician. Thank you. You kind of give me hope for my own future. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, that's really sweet. How did you learn to produce your own music? A lot of watching other people do it, a lot of studying. This foundation, by the way, is the Rimmel Kind and Free Moisturizing Skin Tint Foundation in Fair Porcelain. I don't know if they still sell this, I've had this a while. I'm not really too fussy about my foundations. I'm dropping my beauty blender. I'm not too fussy about them. I just need ones that are kind of like quite a medium finish, like not like really, really heavy, because like I said before, my skin's really prone to breakouts. So I learned a lot of producing through watching tutorials online. I know it sounds like a really cliche answer, but you know, you learn by emulating you know, people that you look up to. There's a great podcast called Tape Notes that I support on Patreon. They have little snippets on social media as well, like TikTok and Instagram, and they sit down with really well-known artists and producers, and they get these artists and producers to go through stems of their own songs and their productions, and talk about like how they were inspired and how they mix things, and it's really, really helpful. Besides that, you know, it was really around the Villains era that I started to really dip my toes into producing for the first time. I used to just sort of do like acoustic demos before that, and then have producers like fully flesh them out. And I was not very good at them at all to begin with. It's, you know, when someone says that they were naturally just amazing at it, they're either like a proper genius or they're lying, right? It takes a long time, and I'm still not perfect at it, but I've learned a lot from my fiance as well. He's really taught me a hell of a lot about like compression, you know, in mixing, EQ, like the frequency clashes, how to get like an overall bigger sound from actually recorded instruments, setting up like a really good vocal chain. Basically, ask a lot of questions. Don't be afraid to screw up. And if you have someone else in your life that is quite good at things, send them what you've done and ask them why something doesn't sound like studio quality or like big, like major label artist, like level. Don't be afraid to ask questions, get feedback, and don't take it personally, because we're all learning. How is your wedding planning going? Love you and your music so much. Thank you for being the only good experience I've had meeting a YouTuber. Wow. First off, thank you so much. Thank you for saying so many lovely things about my music, and you know, I'm so glad that I was able to be and give you a nice experience. You know, I like to believe that I've always given people lovely experiences, but I know that people think that I'm going to be quite intimidating to meet, and I like to say that I'm not. It's always amazing to hear that people, like I've made people's days like brighter through, you know, a meet and greet, or like if you see me out and about, like please do stop and say hello, because I'm always going to be so grateful to everyone that supports me, and it really, really does mean a lot, and it puts a lot of things into perspective. Because like I said, I have been quite a negative person before, and I do have negative thoughts sometimes, but being able to see you guys face to face and just hearing your stories and hearing how, like, you know, the things that I've done have helped you in any way, it just means so much. Speaking of which, there are still a couple of meet and greet packages available for my October shows. The links will all be down below. If you do want to come and say hey, it's just a little bit extra more than a regular ticket. It includes general admission, meet and greet, obviously early access to merchandise at the show, and you know, you can be like, you know, the first in to like, you know, the barrier and things like that. And also all of my VIP, they will come with a poster as well that's exclusive. How is my wedding planning going though? So Dave and I got engaged last February, so about a year and a half now, and we are not any closer at all. We're just not rushing things. Being married, like the actual wedding, the ceremony itself, you know, I understand when people get engaged, like they really want to sort of, I don't really rude and say rush, but people really throw themselves all into like planning the wedding and things like that. But I've always wanted like a really intimate wedding, like literally just like less than this many people. Like I want to be able to count at least my guests on my hands, you know? But it's just not something that, you know, I'm massively in a rush to plan, to sort. You know, we are very comfortable, we're very, very happy. It is absolutely gonna happen. But things just keep like taking priority, like, you know, Dave is a musician, I'm a musician, we're writing, we're recording, planning tours, you know. Okay, I've turned the brightness up so you can see me a little bit better. I look a little bit ghost-like now, but that is the Rimmel Kind & Free Foundation and the Rimmel Match Perfection. Is this the one that I did that Rimmel sponsorship thing with, where I wrote Cute Without You? I think it is. That's proof. It is really good concealer. I've not been paid to say that. Now anyway, I still use it and it's really, really good. If you want to get a close-up on my eyes, this is what happens with my eyelids with psoriasis. So in case you guys wondered, like, Emma, why don't you make videos a lot often? Yeah, it's a struggle, guys. What is your favorite album cover? Can be your own and or any artist. That is a good question. I really do not know. I understand that sounds like the biggest cop-out. I guess things that come to mind are Forget and Not Slow Down by Relient K, which is also my favorite album of all time. There's one by Jimmy Eat World that I think is really beautiful as well. Yeah, I can't think of any more right now. One doesn't just like come to mind like as like, yes, this is the best one ever. So I'm not sure. Do you ever think you'll be a big, big artist? You know what? I would like to be. About to do my eyebrows, by the way. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I'm gonna have to sort of lean you this way while I look into the mirror to do this. So, you know what? I think if you'd asked me that a few years ago, my answer probably would have been, you know, I'd love to be, but I doubt it. And I probably would have gone into this massive, like, thing of being really negative and, you know, but I'm gonna be positive here. No, it might not ever happen. I'm 32 and my voice isn't for everyone and my music isn't for everyone. But one thing that being on social media over the last few years has taught me is that you just do not know when things are gonna happen. Look at the artists that, you know, even if they haven't gained like massive mainstream success, look at these independent artists that have come up in the last few years just through sharing their music and daring to put themselves out there. You don't know when you're gonna have a song go viral on TikTok or something like that. I think the important part is even if you think you're the only person betting on yourself, be ready for it. And if it does happen, be grateful. I can imagine it's very, very overwhelming when things like that happen. But you know what? Like I said, this isn't me being arrogant or cocky like, well, maybe it will, but maybe it will happen. My point is, you know, whether it does or doesn't, I'm very, very happy to be able to make music for a living. It's literally all I ever wanted to do when I was a kid. I just wanted to be a musician. First I wanted to be in a girl band. Then I wanted to be a solo artist. Then I wanted to be in a pop punk band, which I was. And then when my second pop punk band went tits up, I decided, you know what, maybe I'm not a team player. And I started making music for myself, and that was in 2012, I think. And now we're in 2024, and I get to wake up every day and make music. I make my own music, I make library music. I've had my music be used in adverts. I have a publishing deal. I played all the biggest arenas in the UK. I got to be on a support tour with my favorite band growing up when I was like 12, 13 years old, which, you know, if you'd asked me, you know, when I first started making YouTube videos, do you think this is gonna happen? I would have gone, no. So I have to take a different approach and just say, you know what, some of the most impossible things have happened to me in my life that I could never have ever imagined. Being a waitress in Basildon in Essex, I've learned to never say never. So that's my eyebrows done, and this video is already so long. So this might end up being a two-part video, guys. So sorry if this is misleading that I've only done half my makeup, but if this is a two-part video, then I will upload the other half in like 2 or 3 days. Okay, I'm gonna film everything now, I'll release the other part in a few days, so you won't be kept waiting too long, because I am so slow at doing things when I'm talking. How's Leia? Who do you mean? Who could you possibly mean? Oh, Leia. Oh, I remember Leia. Yeah. So Leia was a cat that I got 7 years ago, when she was 4 months old. I wonder what happened to her. I wonder where she is. I wonder what's going on with her. Pigeon. Pigeon Pot, hello. Are you gonna come say hi? You gonna come say hi? She doesn't want to say hi, guys. She's being rude. I'm sorry. You're being very rude. You need to come say hi to everybody. No? Okay. So, as I said, Leia is now 7 years old. She's a pampered princess. She's still my only cat, and I love her dearly, and she will be with me until the day that she wants to leave this planet, because she's my soul pet. I love her so much. She's a right nuisance, believe me. She's the maker of terror, but she's my maker of terror. Favorite The Tortured Poets Department songs. I'm so glad that there are Taylor Swift questions. I think she's absolutely amazing, and I don't give a fuck if you don't. That's okay. You can like what you like and dislike what you dislike, but I cannot be asked with the same boring insults that people use. There's a reason that she has so many accolades and why she's so respected within the industry. There is a reason, and it's not just because lots of people think it. So it really is because she has a once-in-a-generational talent. And you can disagree if you want, but that doesn't make you right. So I'm gonna go into my eyes now. This is the Jumbo Eye Pencil from NYX, and I'm just gonna put it underneath my lash line in my eyes like that. Make sure that you replace these often if you do that, because you do not want styes. This is just because when I put false eyelashes on, sometimes I do them a bit wrong, and sometimes there's a bit of a gap, so I put eyeliner underneath and a little bit on top as well, just to hide any gap between my real lashes and false lashes. But my favourite Tortured Poets Department songs, they've changed quite a lot, to be honest. My all-time favourite from that album is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. That kind of style of Taylor's music is my favourite. I also love This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things, Karma. Those are my favourite kind of songs from Taylor. And I think there's something about being in your 30s, you've gone through so much in your life, whether it's actual heartbreak or, just disappointments in your life, or difficult times, where you can really appreciate a song like that. And also, my dad calls me a real tough kid, and he always has. So that always reminds me of the pep talks my dad's given me. Apart from that, Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, I think is absolutely amazing. So dramatic at the end. I absolutely love it. And So Long London, gives me chills every single time. From the anthology, The Prophecy, I think is amazing. The manuscript is beautiful. So High School just makes my heart sing. But you know what? There's so many that I could mention, and even editing this video, I'm gonna go, oh, I missed this song. Oh, and Guilty as Sin. That is also a fantastically written song. So I just put a little bit of eyeliner on, I've actually put on a bit more than I usually would, to be honest, because I was getting carried away. I don't usually put this much on. This is the Mina 900, the 24-hour pen eyeliner. Still use liquid eyeliners. I cannot escape them. I will love them forever. So you know what, guys? I've been filming for a very, very long time, and I want to get this video out to you. So this is part 1. Part 2 will be out in a couple of days. I just think that's for the best, rather than doing a really, really long video. So to be continued. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what questions are going to be in part 2. I'm about to find out, but you won't find out for a couple of days. The link to my brand new single is down below. Thank you for all of your support. Every stream, every view of the lyric video just helps me out so, so much. So thank you so much, and I will see you in a couple of days for part 2. Catch you later.